Hey, Tony. I think that's Lawrence McCad. Is that Lawrence? Hey, Tony. Hey, Kaiser. Hey, hip hop music. Oh, wow. Dang. I think this is like the most. Thank you, Kaiser. So obviously I have to do books and bikinis more often. I've never had 21 people. Never had 21 people. 27 people. I never had this many people on my Periscope. Is it the bikini? Is that what it is? Oh, thank you, Kaiser. It's a little no makeup day. You know, I'm just trying to do a little something. Romer, what do I think about guys with a foot fetish? I think if they want to look at my feet, they can send me some money in PayPal. That's what I think. Somebody asked if they were real boobs. Really? Really not boobs you should be concerned about. That's all. Okay, so. Aw, thank you. You're in love. Hey, hip hop music. Yes, I sell books. I have written 6 books and published 6 books. HarperCollins, Simon & Schuster, Warner Books, MTV Books. Oh, and hip hop books. Why don't you all, hip hop music, contact me for an interview. I wrote a book with 50 Cent. They're not, they're not sex books. They're just sexy books. Hey, Drew Boo. What's going on? This guy wants to see my feet. You want to date me? Okay, but do you want to write books? Hey, Dribble. We can talk about dating like, okay, well then, if you want to write books, let's talk about that first. And then we'll talk about dating. Can I make you famous? What can you do? Hip hop music? What can you do? Can you sing, rap, and dance at every show? Might be able to do something for you. So, wow, that like went down really fast. It was like 27 people and then 17. You're a French writer. So you write in French or you write about the French language? How many books have I sold already? Okay, let me get to that question. All right. Dima 93500 says he writes books in French and about the French language. Awesome. Keep at it. We need intelligent stuff out here. Hip hop music asked the question, how many books have I sold? I can't even tell you. I cannot even tell you. I should probably have like a more accurate count on that. But I'm going to say not enough. Thank you, Drew. Drew's read 2 of my books, and he said I'm a wonderful author. So thank you, Drew. Drew is my Twitter husband. He's a friend of mine, but don't let his personal connection. I'm trying to get comfortable. Don't let his personal connection sway you from reading my books. Hip hop music asks, am I good at poetry? Kinda. It's not my thing really, but yeah. Can I have your Snap? We need to meet up. Well, you can have my Snap. I don't know about meeting up, but my Snap is the same as my Periscope. It's the same as my Instagram. It's the same as my Twitter. It's all my name. METASMITH. No spaces, no underscores. None of that. Yeah, send me some hearts. Send me some hearts, y'all. I could probably make you famous if I was more famous myself. So if you send me like a whole bunch of hearts, then can you please make a book about act, set, I'll buy. What do you mean about act? Even if she wasn't my Twitter wife. Thank you, Drew. Drew says even if I wasn't his Twitter wife, he would still say I was a wonderful writer. Bog. Oh, big ones. Really? You know, I didn't even know my boobs were big. Thank you for enlightening me. You learn something new every day. And here I was thinking I was flat-chested. Romer with the toe thing. Would you let a guy suck on your toes? that doesn't have anything to do with writing and publishing, but yeah, my guy, not a guy. And only if they were clean, because, like, would you really want to suck dirty feet? But, right, see, Drew's like, hey, enough with the feet. I don't know, hey, footboy, whoever you are, you might want to send something to me on PayPal if you want to try to look at my feet and stuff. Because I'm a writer, and I always need more money. Diamond West is my snap, okay? I don't know if that's going to show up when I down. Thank you for some hearts, that's right. And the boy that's liking my feet, you just going to hit that screen a whole bunch of times. Since you like my feet so much. Because the bigger I get on Periscope, then the more I can help people. Did I go to college? I absolutely went to college. I went to Spelman College for undergrad. I got a bachelor's degree in English. And then I went to DePaul University in Chicago, and I have a master's degree in writing and publishing. So, just because I'm on here in a bikini and sipping a beer and chilling and entertaining foot questions doesn't mean that I don't know my craft. I'm like a for serious writer. Screenshot, please. I will have a list of all the people who showed up, Dima, and I will make sure that I remember you. Thank you, Tony. Tony says I'm awesome. That's right, Professor Maida. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm also a professor of English and composition at East West University in Chicago. I love you too, Diamond West. Mwah. Make a book about ghost stories. Well, I do like paranormal stuff. I like scary sci-fi. You watch what's that thing? Stranger Things. Real ghosts, not fake ghosts. Well, I believe in real ghosts. I've seen real ghosts, so definitely within the realm of possibility of something that I might decide to write on. But I do have a few other projects that have to come out first, one of which is a book on how to write a book. Because once you become a published author, the main question that you are going to get from people is, how do I become an author? And then they look at you and expect you to be able to, oh, you want to write a love story with me? Thank you. They expect you to be able to tell them how to become an author in 5 minutes. Tony says I should write a book called Sylvia-isms. Sylvia's my mom. Her and Tony got a little thing going on. My mother loves Tony. Tony loves my mom. We all love Tony. Shoot, if you think Sylvia had some stuff, then Jesse, he had a whole lot to say. Well, who has a question about becoming an author? Anybody? so I don't have to just like ramble. Diamond hit me with the Drake. If you were a twin, I'd still choose you. Well, that's nice. I'm not a twin. I don't think the world can handle two of me. Okay, Drew wants to know when the next book is coming, and Tony wants to know what's the most important thing an author should know. So, to answer Drew's question, the next book is coming sometime before the end of this year. Diamond wants to know where I am. I'll get to you in a second, baby. Okay, so I have the sequel to No, the World Cannot Take Two Matas, Drew. You already know. I have the sequel, the much anticipated and awaited sequel to my first book, The Rolex Club, which is now called Sex Secrets in South Beach, because the Rolex watch company decided that they wanted to have a little issue with me, and I just didn't feel like having an issue with them, and I never liked the name The Rolex Club anyway. The sequel to that is coming out December 31st, 2016. That's right. If you want to know what happened to Desiree and Bentley and Ginger and Sparks and all the awesome people that are in my book, The Rolex Club / aka Sex Secrets in South Beach, stay tuned for the sequel. More Sex Secrets in South Beach, The Rolex Club Part 2, coming December 31st. That's right. So you can start your new year off with a book that people have been waiting literally 10 years to hear. Throw some hearts up there. Vegas, we're going to get married. Oh, baby, you don't want to marry me. So, Tony, thank you for the hearts. Tony asked, what is something that all writers should know? All writers should know the English language if they're going to write in the English language. Seriously. You should know the parts of writing fiction. So I would say you would need to know, your beginning, your middle, and your end. How to keep those all aligned. You need to, because I'm an English professor, I'm all about the whole knowing the language, knowing the conventions of grammar and rhetoric and all that. But lots of people get published without being like good at English. So I'm at the pool in Indiana. Subject verb agreement. Yes, Tony. But I think you should just really, the most important thing to becoming an author, the very most important thing is you should know how to tell stories. You'll put me at the top of the Eiffel Tower. Now that's kind of high up. Don't use a fake word. Drew's referring to my son making a huge grammar error earlier today, and I was like, boy, you better quit. But you should be a good storyteller. So in order to write well, you need to read a lot. Read as much as you can. Oh, Diamond's a poet. Awesome. Send me some poetry. Meta at metasmith.com. META at metasmith, metasmith.com. Also, if you have any other writing questions that aren't answered today, you can send me those. I'm going to put this on YouTube, and you can watch the replay. If you think of a question, hit me up. Be more than happy to answer your question. Y'all better get this free info while you can, because I don't give it away. Oh, you're so sweet. Love you too. Love you too. Any other questions about writing and publishing? I want to actually talk about something that you better get that work. Today I got an email from another publisher. I'm on their email list, and they were saying, I am sure you are single. Why would you be sure of that? Why would you be sure I'm single? Don't be sure of that. I'm not married, but I'm not single. It was an email that was saying that this person only took 4 months to write their book. And if it's taking you longer than that, then you have to change something up, or because you're doing something wrong. I vehemently disagree with putting yourself on a timeline, especially one of 4 months, especially for your first book. My first book took me 4 years to write. 4 years. Not all strung together, I picked it up, put it down, picked it up, put it down. All that, but I wouldn't recommend taking 4 years, but I also wouldn't recommend taking 4 months. Bye Diamond. Add me on Snapchat, METASMITH. I'll see you over there. 4 months to write a book, especially your first time, bruh, nah. I would say 6 at least, maybe even a year. I wrote a book in 4 years, and I wrote a book in 9 days. The book that I wrote with 50 Cent, Heaven's Fury, it took me 9 days because I was just really pissed off at somebody, and I wanted to kill him. So I did it in a book. But when you think about, I won't forget to add you, Diamond. When you think about outlining the story and writing a first draft and then going back over that, not to edit just spelling, punctuation, grammar, all that stuff, but to do a developmental edit and make sure that your story is tight, that might run you longer than 4 months. It really might. And I don't think that you should feel like you're not doing a good job if you don't finish the book in 4 months, because everybody just doesn't write quickly. Some people write slow. See you, Tony. I'll talk to you later. So Take as long as you need for the book to actually be good. Some books that I've read that I know were written in 4 months, you can tell. You can tell it was a 4-month book. Why are people jumping on here with the foot fetish thing? That's a little odd. But hey, footy person, I'm not showing my feet right now. I'm talking about books. Does anybody out there have a question about, okay, you got me. Does anybody out there have a question about the writing process? Help them out, Drew. Keep them focused. Anyone? Bueller? Y'all just more interested in the bikini? Is that it? Well, I'm trying to talk about writing books. Okay. Somebody ask me a book question while I take a sip of my beer. A lot of people ask me, how do you get a book deal? And the first thing I ask them is, did you actually finish writing the book? Because if it's fiction, you probably want to do that first. You got to actually finish writing a fiction book in order to get a book deal. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you. Yeah, you have to actually finish the book. And I would say focus on that before you focus on getting a deal, because getting a deal can be kind of easy these days. You've got Amazon, anybody can self-publish. Getting a traditional book deal isn't in everyone's best interest. It depends on your genre. It depends on the outcome that you want in the end. Do you want to be strictly an author? Do you want to be a speaker? Is it fiction? Is it nonfiction? So write the book first if you're writing fiction, for sure. If you're writing nonfiction, write a kick-ass outline. You have to have a kick-ass outline, otherwise nobody's gonna be interested. So you have to know what the book's about. You have to have more than an idea. You're gonna have to have like at least 3 chapters written so that a publisher can see the direction that the book is going. But for those of you who want to go the traditional route of getting a book deal and being published by a major publishing house or an independent publishing house, first thing you need to do is write, hi Mikey, is to write a query letter that tells who you are, what your qualifications are, and what your book is about. And you're going to have to send that query letter to different agents, literary agents, and ask them for representation. The way you can find literary agents is do a Google search or go to publishersweekly.com. No, Publishers Marketplace. Publishersmarketplace.com, and they have like a lot of agents. That's actually how I found my agent. Okay. Romer asks, you ever kicked a guy in the balls? What happened? Do you not fucking hear me talking about books right now, Romer? Shut the fuck up, alright? Sit there and do whatever you're doing, but shh, don't be a distraction. I'm talking about books. Anyway, so yeah, you can either go on Google or go on Publishers Marketplace and look up agents in whatever genre it is that you write. You can also find examples of good query letters online. I'm going to probably post the query letter I used to get my first agent on my website, madasmith.com. Then you got to sit and wait for somebody to decide that they want to represent you. But then after you do that and you get an agent, that part's kind of over for you. They're going to use their connections and their network to talk to different publishers and see if they can publish you. Now, what are you expecting from a traditional book deal? Are you expecting them to spend a lot of money on promoting and getting you out there? Don't. It's not going to happen. Not these days. Probably won't happen. If you think you're going to make a big check for an advance, that's also probably not going to happen. Average book advance is about $5,000, and you're going to get half of that when you sign the deal, half when the book is on the shelf, if they actually publish the book, because most standard publishing contracts do not require them to actually publish your book, in which case you might have to return the advance. Okay, so that's a traditional route. Then there are lots of non-traditional routes. You could become a blogger or an internet sensation, do a Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and then a publisher might find you. And then there's the self-publishing route, which I think is a really good business model because you have a lot of control, but you still have to have an audience and a platform. Self-publishing, you write the book, you edit the book, you get the cover design, and if you don't do it yourself, of course, you have to hire someone to do all of those things. So it's going to be a significant financial investment in order to self-publish, but you get to keep all your money. Standard royalty rate for a traditionally published book is, I think it's like 7% for trade paperbacks. So on a $15 book, you're going to be making like roughly $1, right? And just because you have a publisher doesn't mean that they're going to actually push you. They've got famous people. They've got, established authors that they back up first. So you're going to be doing a lot of the work yourself. So when it comes down to it, if you really want to make money at this and have control over your literary career, I would suggest self-publishing. Self-publishing makes it a little harder to get into brick and mortar stores, bookstores, but there aren't a bunch of those left. So, yeah. Anybody else have a book question? It's getting hot out here. Nope. Okay, well, I am actually going to read a book that I have. It's called Razor Girl by Carl Hyacin. I have an advanced reader copy because it's not available for sale. One of the perks of being a published author is that you get books that are not out yet. You get the hookup. This book is coming out in, I don't know. Oh, but this is something that I can tell you about traditional publishing. So, let's see, when does this book come out? Oh, it's coming September 2016. I got this book in May at Book Expo. And if you're traditionally published, there's going to be a whole lot of lead time before your book hits shelves. So you might have finished the book a year ago and it might not come out for another year or two because you're on their calendar. But Carl Hyacin he's a pretty big deal author. So this advanced reader copy, or galley as it's called, actually tells what the marketing strategy of this book is. So the first printing is going to be 300,000 books. That's huge. If you're a first-time author, chances are you're not going to sell 300,000 books. Famous rappers and singers and stuff, they don't even sell 300,000 albums. People listen to music more than they read books, so that's kind of giving you an idea of how they feel about this guy. They know he's a bestseller, so he's going to sell 300,000 books. That's the first printing. He's going to have national media appearances, morning show, NPR print features, national online interviews, women and men's magazine coverage. He's going to go on a book tour hitting all the major cities, national print ad campaign, transit ad campaign, mobile ad campaign, online advertising campaign, major Goodreads, Facebook, and Instagram advertising and promotion. He's going to have a book trailer, blow-ups, etc. Costs a lot of money. A lot of money. So they're going to spend at least $100,000. At least $100,000 on this. But if they're printing 300,000 and the book is going to retail for $27.95, they're going to get their money back. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes into actually publishing. Just because you finish, the work doesn't stop when you finish writing the book. Not in the least bit. Now you have to go into the hard part. The easy part is writing, to me. It's the fun part. But the publishing, the advertising, the promotion, all of that, it gets costly. So all of my books have been published by traditional major publishers. So I didn't have to worry about necessarily coughing up my own money. Thanks for the hearts, guys. But don't think just because you have a major publisher that you don't have to spend any of your own money, because they spend money on what they want to spend money on, and then the rest comes out of your pocket. So yeah, if you're not a Carl Hyacin, if you're Pookie Jenkins, yeah, you're going to have to come out of pocket and pay for all of that. And let me tell you, it adds up very, very quickly. So don't quit your day job. Use your day job as an angel investor to pay for marketing, promotion, travel, things of that nature, because you're going to have to spend money in order to make money. And there's no way around it, whether you're self-published or traditionally published. Whether you have a major deal or a little indie deal, you're going to have to come out of pocket. Be prepared. Let's see. What else will I talk about this time? I just had it on the tip of my tongue what I was going to talk about. Thank you for the hearts. Appreciate it. Thank you. Do you have a question for me before I just ramble and overtalk you guys? Hey, Cat B. Who's got a question? Who's got a question? You'll probably have to also hire a publicist, even if you have a publicist provided to you from the publisher. For example, the book that I wrote with 50 Cent, Simon & Schuster, all the major coverage that I got was from me being my own publicist. I cannot say that the publicist that Simon & Schuster gave me, knew anything about me, knew anything about my audience. She was not my audience. And I actually spoke with someone from a news station who had dealt with her, and they were like, she's a complete idiot. So you're going to have to be prepared to do a lot of work yourself. Absolutely. I would encourage anybody interested in a career in writing and publishing, absolutely learn as much as you can about the industry. And don't stop learning because the industry changes. I first got published in 2006. You have bookstores. You go to a bookstore. Well, how many bookstores do you see now? Not a lot. But everybody's audience does not read ebooks. So if you have an audience like mine, mostly ethnic, they're not all reading ebooks. You still got to print out books, and you still have to go out and meet people and network, do events. Hi Tim, Jim Zim. You're going to have to do a lot of that in order to build your fan base. And then, even if you don't like social media, now I remember what I was going to talk about. You're going to have to develop a presence. Tim Jim Zim, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, you got the wrong one, motherfucker. Quick flash my ass. Flash me some cash. Or go the fuck away. In case you had noticed, I don't really put up with bullshit. I'm here speaking about professional things. Just, are you trying to get blocked? Is that what you're trying to do? Tits, yes, all women have them. Dumbass. Well, why don't you block yourself or go diddle your fucking micro penis? Drew, don't worry about him. I got him. He's about to go away. Oh, you're so sweet, Drew. Don't worry about him. Some people just come on Periscope to be asshats. Tim Jim Zim. Now the whole world knows you're an asshat that goes on people's Periscopes when they're talking about professional subjects and ask them to flash their tits for free. Boy, bye. Boy, bye. So anyway, so what I was going to talk about also in publishing is that if you are shy, soft-spoken, don't like people, antisocial, you're going to have a hard time. Because this is when you have to like channel your inner Kanye West and go hard in the paint for yourself. You're going to have to kind of drive people crazy with constant talk of your books. Something that I kind of don't like to do, but if I don't do it, who's going to do it? Like, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? So you're going to have to be active on all social media. That's Periscope, that's Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. And you're going to have to be prepared to deal with the assholes who ask to look at your feet and say you got tits. Dumb shit like that. It is what it is. I'm going to not gonna not be sexy just because I have a master's degree and I'm a professor and I can write. It's summertime, I'm sitting by the pool. So you're gonna have to be ready and able to hype yourself, be a one-man, one-woman hype show. And get comfortable with talking to people that you don't know, meeting people. You can be smart and sexy, Drew. I do it well. I'm a pro at that. But you're going to have to know how to toot your own horn. And some people are going to have a major problem with you doing that. They're going to say you're annoying, or some people are going to be like, you know, oh, here she comes, or here he comes again talking about that book. Fuck them. You got checks to earn. You got fans to reach. And once you become published, you know, you can't think of yourself like as a regular person. Yeah, you're a regular person, but you're also a person that's trying to do something that other people aren't doing. So you kind of have to be a celebrity in your own mind. I mean, other people will look at you as celebrities. People will say they're a fan of your work, and it'll be like a little uncomfortable at first, but you have to get used to that and understand that when people like what you do, that's the payback. It's better than the money, is that people enjoy your voice. They like what you do. That's why you do it. That's who you do it for. You don't do it for the money. Don't do it for the money. Do not become an author to get rich. Somebody told me this 10 years ago. Don't become an author to get rich. And I laughed. I was like, psh, I'm going to make the New York Times bestseller list. I'm going to be so rich. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, wopty bam. Yeah. Well, I made the Amazon bestseller list. And I got a lot of publicity. Some good, some bad. But I didn't get rich yet. Not rich yet. I'm working on it. But you have to love this. You have to love this. You have to write like no one's reading. Just like sometimes you're going to have to Periscope when nobody's watching. Because they'll check the replay. I started out with like 27 people in this, and now there are 3 people here. And you still have to talk. You still have to hype yourself up. You have to have a thick skin. Thank you for the love. Thank you for those hearts. You have to have a thick skin. You have to be prepared for people to dig in your business, especially if you write something that's somewhat controversial. People to say ignorant stuff like flash your tits or show me your feet. Yes, guys too. Y'all might have to deal with that. There's a lot of weird people out here. And I mean, you've seen memes. You've probably clowned a celebrity on Twitter or online or with your friends and talked about somebody and, you know, made fun of them. When you step into the public eye, it happens to you. And when my first book came out, oh my gosh, people were like comparing me to Superhead just because I had been in music videos. And I lived in Miami, and I was like, yeah, but I got a degree. I'm a teacher. Like, I'm not Corinne Steffens. Not that there's anything wrong with being Corinne Steffens. She's rich. She made that work for her. But my mother cried. My mother cried because somebody said, like, that I had AIDS online and was just, like, talking all crazy, sideways. Like, just, you read the comment sections. And being a black woman, too. Oh, please. Been called all kinds of names. You just gotta brush your shoulders off and let it go. And you keep going for your goal. You keep striving for the things that you want to strive to achieve. Thick skin, though. You got to deal with a lot of rejection. People not interested in your book. I've had people, like, look at me like I offered them crack instead of a book. Probably would have looked at me and been nicer if I did offer them crack instead of a book. Some people don't want to read. It is what it is. And you have to persevere. You cannot give up. You can't say, oh, I'm having a down month or a down year or some down couple of years. If this is what you want to do, if this is the dream that God put on your heart, you have to just keep going, even when you don't feel like going anymore. You cannot stop. You have to be relentless. So if you don't have those character traits, those personality traits, develop them. Develop them. You got to get tenacity. You have to have a thick skin. You have to have perseverance. You have to have humility. You have to have humility, and you have to be an asshole that brags about themselves at the same time. It's a weird... I know why a lot of people who are in visible professions crack under pressure, and they decide they don't want to be famous anymore, or they don't want to do this anymore because too many people have stuff to say. If you're not built for it, you're not built for it. If you're built for it, then you're going to be able to do it. Any other questions? Any other questions? All right, well, I'm going to wrap this up for now. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. If you have more questions about the writing and publishing business, please feel free to drop me a line at meta@metasmith.com. That's M-E-T-A. No, my name's not Meta or Meta. It's Meta. Meta@metasmith.com. So META@METASMITH.com. Also, hit me up, Drew. Hit me up later. Also, add me on Snapchat, Meta Smith, Twitter, Meta Smith, Facebook group, Meta Smith Official. Yeah, y'all are here, so make sure you follow me. And if you're just coming in, I'm going off, so check the replay, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, positive vibes. Bye-bye.